He was one of the most dangerous offenders I had ever encountered.
Amy Farron prosecuted a case in 2014 in Arapahoe County against Kenneth Dean Lee, a man who served time in prison for sexually assaulting a child. He received 23 years on one count and 6 years to life on another.
And sadly, I wasn't surprised at all to hear he had done it again.
This month, Aurora police arrested Lee for a similar crime against a 7-year-old girl. Police say he posed as an immigration official. According to the state parole board, Lee was eligible for parole in 2016.
So he was eligible for parole in as little as 33% of his sentence being served.
After serving less than 10 years, the board granted him release, and he was let out in April of 2020.
My point is, eligible for parole doesn't mean good candidate for parole, especially when you have an indeterminate or lifetime sentencing option available to you.
According to the parole board, Lee was participating in treatment, and medical professionals believed he was at low risk to society to reoffend.
First of all, this is about the victims. And I have a regret and remorse.
That's Lee in a parole hearing a few months before he was let out. In that hearing, he admitted to the crime and described the assaults. A parole officer thanked him for going into details about what happened.
You're definitely demonstrating that you've got an understanding of what was kind of driving your behavior and thoughts.
Lee promised to do no more harm, and 2 years after this hearing, he's placed behind bars again.
Why is the parole board not looking at the whole picture here?
Now, Amy Farron says the Department of Corrections notified her that Lee had been paroled, but she does not recall learning about a parole hearing back in 2019. Even if she made an objection then, Farron says the board could have still decided to release him. Marshall.
Kelly, we've got an example of protesters saying there's a sentence that's too long. Now we've got a situation where someone's saying the sentence, that at least the time served, is too short. This is clear that you can't have a one-size-fits-all with sentencing.
You can, and in this situation, prosecutors who were on that case believe that he should have been there much, much longer. So it'll be interesting to see once we learn some more information about this case.
Thanks for your reporting on this, Kelly.